everybody. Welcome to the Comic Area Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about the recent debacle, so to speak. Ezra Miller strikes again. Now, years ago, it's crazy to think, I believe this has been 2 years ago now. Not that long ago, Ezra Miller, aka the Flash Star and the, Flash Star, aka Fantastic Beast Star, Ezra Miller, like almost 2 years ago, if not 2 years ago to the day, not 2 years ago, choked out a woman at a bar. And I talked about it on my channel. A couple other channels talked about it. Not all of the channels talked about it. A couple channels talked about it. And we thought there was going to be something done. We thought either A, Ezra Miller's going to be taken off as a Flash. This means that Flash movie isn't happening. Or if it is happening, they're going to have to scrap it or recast him. Like, that's what we all were thinking. At least that's what I was thinking. But then it became abundantly clear that there was this contingent of people, particularly a lot of them maybe in the Snyder Cult. Let's just face it, a lot of them in the Snyder Cult, because Ezra Miller was cast by Zack Snyder. So there is that aspect. It's the reason why the Snyder Cult attacked the Batman, but not Aquaman or Wonder Woman, because those characters were cast by Zack Snyder in a way, and they can pretend, and like in their mind, they can be like, oh, this is canon to the Snyder Cut. But I digress. A lot of people didn't think it was real. People just decided that whole him choking him wasn't real. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they would have reported it. Oh, they would have said something. Oh, this and that. But when you go and look it up, when you go and Google that incident of Ezra Miller choking someone, it was reported on by a very highly reputable source. It's reported on multiple news channels. It's not some random thing that happened. It's reported on. It was real. There were, the bar owner called the police to escort him out. Like, that shit went down. Now, I'm thinking something's going to happen from this. Me and many others think something's going to happen from this. Nothing happened. In fact, what I describe as the greatest cover-up job in one of the greatest cover-up jobs in the history of Hollywood, Warner Brothers managed to ignore what had happened to such a degree that the general audience and people on the internet forgot about it. No longer, I didn't. Every single post, every single thing that comes out that has Ezra Miller in it, it's a tweet or something posted up on YouTube or something, I put a gift of someone getting choked, because I don't want anyone to forget that this motherfucker choked out a woman, and everyone around the world came up with excuses, said it wasn't true, said it was a joke, even though there is nothing indicating it was a joke. And when you ask people who think it was a joke where they heard it was a joke, it's just like either they can't give you an answer, or it's like some secondhand shit from some random YouTuber like me or something. And you're just like, so you just heard it was a joke, and you just believe that because you would rather believe it was a joke than it was real, because then Ezra would have to be recast. But I digress. I brought that up, and I've said it before. I will never stop bringing it up. But now, here we go fucking again. Now Ezra Miller, just a night after Will Smith and his embarrassing slapping incident, actually this might have been on the same night, is in Hawaii acting like an asshole at another bar. And apparently these people were just singing karaoke, and Ezra Miller was yelling at them or something, and decided, fuck those guys, I hate what they're singing, goes on the stage or whatever, yanks the fucking mic and attacks somebody. It's like, what the fuck? And he was arrested this time. Good thing about this one is he was legit arrested. Got a mugshot and everything. I posted it up earlier. And it's so crazy to me that it shouldn't. This is nuts. Warner Brothers has so much bad PR. Why is Amber Heard and Ezra Miller still in DC movies? This is ridiculous. And I'm thinking, morally, fuck all that. I don't care about morals. I'm thinking about from a PR business standpoint. You do not need these two actors around. They're problematic. Amber Heard will be problematic for the Aquaman franchise as long as she is in it, because there will always be a dark cloud around that franchise. Ezra Miller, like the Fantastic Beasts franchise. I don't even like those movies. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve, like, those movies don't deserve the cloud of Ezra Miller and the cloud of fucking Johnny Depp hanging over them. I'm not even excited for those movies. You know me, I'm not like, I kind of tapped out after I was like, I don't know what they're doing here. Like, I didn't watch those new Fantastic Beasts movies. I wasn't a huge fan of them. But even sitting back, I'm like, these movies don't deserve to have Ezra Miller's cloud over it and Johnny Depp's cloud over it. It just sucks for that franchise. And for the Flash movie itself, how the hell are you gonna promote this movie? I remember not that long ago when they came out with their little promotion, or like when they first came out with the what's it called? Fandom. When they and they were talking about the Flash, and Ezra Miller was the only one who didn't have a live presentation because of what happened. So they were aware of what happened. Like, you can't promote a movie of this size without Ezra Miller going out into the public. So what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, are we supposed to pretend like this dude hasn't gotten in multiple altercations with women in bars, by the way? Not men, women in bars. He choked a woman out. He tried to assault another woman. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And honestly, Warner Brothers, like, all of these companies are shady. Any company, any billion-dollar corporation is shady. They all are. Disney, Warner Brothers, Sony, you name it, Discovery. I don't know who owns Animal Planet, which I think is that Disney. Either way, they're all Paramount, all of them. They're all shady businesses that do shady things. But I've never seen a more shadier move in recent years than to just pretend. Like, I've seen companies give bullshit statements. I've seen companies give bullshit statements. I've seen Disney give bullshit statements. I've seen Sony give bullshit statements. I've seen so many companies give bullshit statements or pretend like they give a fuck when we all know they don't. But for Warner Brothers to repeatedly ignore Ezra Miller's actions, and not only that, but to essentially cover them up by pretending like they never existed, it's just crazy. That's like super shady. And I'm not even gonna, I'm like, and me, this is just me, no, this is just me putting my conspiracy hat on. I would not be surprised if those people in the Ezra Miller choking incident got paid off. Because it was so bizarre how it happened, how it was live, how the footage was on, and then all of a sudden, you can't really, like, you can find the footage, but the original footage is gone. All of a sudden, none of the people involved in this are talking about it. If it was a joke, then they would have been talking about it because it was a joke. But nobody's talking about it as a joke. No one's talking about it. Like, it was as if this event just got erased from history and none of the people involved are ever seen again. And I'm just like, that's some bizarre, like, mob shit. Like, that's some shit that could be in a movie or a show. Like, I just feel like Warner Brothers paid those people off. The problem with this one is, it's public, he was arrested, his mugshot's out there. And at certain point, they have to cut bait. But what do you do? Because if you're Warner Brothers, what the fuck do you really do? Because this Flash movie is coming out. God forbid it's a massive, huge success. Makes over $1 billion. Are you gonna then come out and be like, Ezra Miller is being recast? Because there's no, cause that's a bad look. Like, and I've said this before, the only reason no one's remembering this is because no one sees Ezra Miller as this big of a star. If Chris Pratt or Chris Hemsworth were caught at a bar getting drunk, choking out someone, there's no way in hell that Thor Love and Thunder would be just coming out with Chris Hemsworth no! Which is why I say Warner Brothers got some shady shit going on, that some dude can do this twice, and they still haven't made a statement yet. They never made a statement on the first thing. So, in short, this whole situation is icky. Warner Brothers needs to say something and stop trying to pretend like Ezra Miller isn't assaulting women in bars. The Snyder cultists will try to come up with some crazy reason for why the fuck Ezra didn't. Well, if you look at it from this angle, because I remember when he choked the girl, it was like, well, I don't know, she was doing this and they were doing that, so really it's her fault. Like, are you guys trying to angle this shit so that Ezra doesn't get fired? Because as far as I'm concerned, like, his antics are gonna completely overshadow this film, at least from a PR standpoint. How can you promote a movie without showing the lead? So does that mean so that means everyone who asks questions have to be fucking like, you can't ask him about this. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Warner Brothers needs to do the right thing and get rid of him. I don't know what you're gonna have to do. Just put the movie out. You know, if the movie's great, awesome. If the movie sucks, then hell, we don't even have to think about it anymore. But if it's great, then you just come up with the storyline for why he looks different, and we move forward from there. Because you cannot let him, because he's gonna just do this shit again. If you keep enabling him, he's gonna do something. I think I agree with some people say he's gonna do something worse. Because if you keep enabling him like this, it's problematic. It's problematic, and you need to nip this in the bud right fucking now. You need to get Ezra Miller out of there, and don't ignore this. Because, like, you're just giving me more, like, don't ignore this. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Kyrie Movie Show. Comment below. What do you think Warner Brothers should do about Ezra Miller? Nothing at all? Or should they boot his ass out of there? Anyways, thank you guys again. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.